lying down, and there's a light above his head, and looks like possibly, maybe, I think there's dead people.
Just faces. Why are they dead?
Just give me like half an hour.
Oh, don't worry, we'll wait.
Welcome to Kingdom Death Monster.
What a name.
Where
From
you are
here on out referred to as KDM. Because Kingdom Death Monster is an awful name.
yes, made by Kingdom Death. They call it Monster, hence Kingdom Death Monster.
Designed by
And you are
Adam
joined.
Lewis.
Okay, I don't know. And you are joined by Nick. Okay, he's not gonna say anything.
Oh,
Anthony,
hi. Sorry.
Hi.
Drew,
Yo.
and myself, Malcolm.
Oh, jeez, Drew,
Like
why you
how-
gotta say
like-
yo? You gotta be
Like, he didn't go
different.
down the list. Whatever.
Oh, you mean this list up in the top?
Yeah, or like the colors. Yeah, the same list.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
I wasn't looking. I don't know if I didn't think I should go second. It would be weird that the person that's
yeah,
introducing
it would be.
themselves are
Okay,
going
continue.
second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come join us on our journey as we go through. It's basically a tabletop simulator. It is a tabletop simulator game. That's what we're playing on. But it
Exactly.
is a tabletop role-playing game. Not a lot of role-play, more like a board game. It's got a lot of elements of D&D, other stuff that probably similar to D&D. So
Combat's
miniatures.
D&D, and then has some civilization builder, and then like another type of game thrown in.
yes, what Nick said.
Yeah.
He asked me to describe the game or tell you what's going on, but I honestly don't know what's actually how to actually describe it.
It would take way too long. The point is we're in.
Wait, guys. Let me just go to the home page and find the thing that says what this is all about. I'm sure it'll be fine.
The-
Just
the
Hey, I
give me
just
goal-
2
realized
minutes.
The goal.
that the board has the faces like on this
Yeah.
on this thing.
It's explained in the prologue. The point of the game is to survive. That's all the game is. It's to survive.
Really?
So do we want to introduce
Okay.
the characters the survivors that we'll be playing now, or after the
The
prologue?
survivors. Do we have to
Let's
just
do it after the prologue.
Okay, after the prologue. Are we ready?
Maybe we should just do it now.
No, because if the prologue
we
happens
gotta
and
find
then
out.
everyone wakes up
Yeah.
during prologue.
Oh! I thought
Alright.
you meant okay.
We ready
I
to
see.
go? All
Yep,
right.
go.
Go.
Get your hand off the thing, Anthony.
Once
Just-
upon a time, there was a place of carved stone faces. A man with a lantern lay sleeping a dreamless sleep. The man knew nothing. Why isn't it switching?
This isn't a very epic story. I thought this was going to be way more epic.
Oh, there's the man.
Yeah, so it goes for
Sleeping.
some reason it goes image text. So this is actually the image for the next page of text.
Yeah. Kind of a bad design, but
It's just the implementation that they did for this.
One day the man woke up. He rubbed the dried ink caked over his eyes and opened them. Around him, he saw other people stirring, and beyond, a horizon of unbroken darkness.
I'm pretty sure it's a people string, but okay.
Oh, string, sorry.
I'm just kidding. What's stirring? Now a man, greeted by a woman with naked titties.
A woman approached the man with the lantern. Her soft hand reached out to him. They had no words. They were a mystery to each other.
Oh, a mystery of titties.
So, like, are you gonna, like, kiss me, or... And then a lion.
Simba!
Suddenly, a monster emerged from the darkness.
I'm not gonna do it,
Its
Nick.
eyes
I'm not
wide
gonna do it.
with hunger. It attacked. Snap, dude. Are you gonna fucking survive? What a cock block.
The monster? Yeah.
well,
I'd
Yeah,
say
I'd say
so.
Yeah,
10
it's a
people
big,
are-
it's a big guy fuck, yeah.
a little bit, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
That's.
I was
that's
gonna
a way
get
to dampen the
laid,
mood.
then this lion had to come and tear my arm off. God damn.
Wait, how do I
What a
go to
cock
10?
block.
You just type 10.
Oh. People were no match for the monster. It tore their flesh and crushed their bones between its teeth. Some it devoured whole. Shit, dude, it's like, I'm coming for you next. Overcome with terror and grief, the man with the lantern collapsed to the ground. Cold stone noses pushed into his side. There was no escape. That dude. There's the faces. The man did not want to die. Desperately grasping at the cold stone faces, he felt a crack and tore at it with all his might. A piece of stone came free. It was sharp and deadly. Oh shit.
Beast mode activated.
Yeah.
Man with the lantern scrambled to his feet, his weapon clenched in his fist. He took a deep breath and roared into the darkness. Yep. There they are. Yep. And then, somewhere in the place of stone faces, nameless men stand together. They have nothing but a need to survive and a lantern to light their struggle. Oh, that's some pretty.
And titties to lay their head on.
So that's where the game picks. I can get rid of that 'cause I'm getting that.
Dun, 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 dun,
That's where
dun.
the game picks up. So the way that we start is we have the line in the middle of the board.
Okay, I was getting copyright there, Anthony.
Yeah, really.
Be careful with that.
All right, and then I guess we'll just introduce our survivors as we put them out. So my survivor is named Isaac. Yeah, that's my survivor. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, Malcolm.
I am a female, and my female character's name is Alana.
Anthony.
All right, I'm a male, I guess. Yeah, and my character's name is Cooper.
Has to be 6 spaces from the monster.
This is from the monster.
And you can't move diagonally.
Cardinal.
Cardinal directions only.
So move more to the right.
I'll
No,
check
you
before
have
we
to
start.
be-
Okay, Drew.
All right, and I'm also playing a female, and my name's Ansley.
So what? Honestly. Okay.
Ansley?
Okay, so the way that
He's 6 away.
6 away, yeah.
Yeah, stick with that.
Drew, that's me.
What?
You're too far away. Like by
Yeah.
a lot.
I mean, I'm
So you
as
need-
far as-
okay. Okay.
Like you can't move diagonally. It's like it's 6 spaces, moving north, south,
One,
east, or
2,
west.
3, 4, 5.
If you guys look at this showdown card over here, the showdown
Yeah.
setup, all these blue spaces are where you can start.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
okay,
right,
cool.
anyways, So.
Basically around the
I
ring.
gotcha.
Okay, so the way this combat is going to work is it starts on the monster's turn. We're going to draw a card from its AI deck and to see what it does. I'm going to start as the AI controller, as the monster controller, because of this fancy card that I got.
Fancy
And-
card.
What that does is if the monster targets me, I gain a bonus insanity, which is like armor for your brain.
Nick, how does when does the monster controller switch?
It switches at the start of the monster's round. So, this
So
turn,
the monster's next turn, it'll be mine.
So this round it's me, and during our turn, I'm still the monster controller. But then at the start of the monster's next turn, Malcolm will be it. So, yeah. I can get rid of this because I actually have it open next to me. I found an electronic copy of the rulebook hosted in New Zealand. If you guys want it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So I'm gonna flip over the AI card it's down here, and the first one's Claw, as it always is during the prologue.
Nick, do we have to be at a max of 6 spaces?
You have to be
or-
6 spaces away. It's a max and a minimum.
Okay.
Like it is, you have to be exactly 6 spaces.
Exactly.
So, so the way that the monster cards are broken down is first it tells you to pick the target, and these are line items. So the first line, closest threat facing in range. He's not facing any of us. So then he goes to the next line item, closest threat in field of view. So everyone's in field of view unless you're in its blind spot, and its blind spot are these two spaces right here.
Okay.
The two on its butt. Every other space is in its line of sight.
Left butt cheek, right butt cheek.
So
Basically.
all of us are equally spaced. So I'm gonna have the monster come after me, so I can get the bonus insanity. So it's gonna turn around. So 1.
And this
2,
is where Nick
3,
dies.
4, 5, probably, yeah. The monster also moves one space at a time, cardinally as well. It doesn't have any special
Okay.
movement. It's just bigger. So then I take 2d10 and roll them. It has accuracy of 2, so it needs to roll higher than a 2 or higher. So it only hits once, so I'm lucky. And then after we see how many it hits, we roll one of these hit location die. And it hits me in the arm. So now I come over, and I put a hit location marker on my arm. Okay, now it's our turn.
Okay.
So basically, how our turn works is you can. There's no turn order, but when you take your turn, you have to completely finish your turn before someone else, or else you lose your turn, the rest of it. So, Drew, if you want to go first, you can move and then do your thing before anyone else can do anything turn, and then you can go like third next turn. There is no set turn order, and you don't have to, but you do have to finish your turn basically. But you can't split up your turn at all, so you can't move 3 and then attack and then move 2.
Yeah,
And
so
yeah, so basically you see how big your movement is. Your movement is 5, and you have an activation, because if you see over here on the board where it says Survivor's Act, at the start of your act, gain 1 movement and 1 activation, and then you can do the following to spend it.
The movement is represented by like a chess piece, and the activation is a lightning bolt. Anything that has that lightning bolt, you need to spend your activation to do. So that's attacking and some other abilities later on.
Okay.
So who does want to do what?
I guess I'll do it. I'll attack the mighty beast.
Oh, you also, so something else I forgot to mention, you get a bonus to your accuracy if you're standing in its blind spot.
Okay. How many spaces can we move
5.
exactly? 5. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I won't be in its blind spot, but I can be close to its blind spot.
You can still attack him from there. You're
Yeah.
still adjacent to him.
Keep in mind that your Founding Stone, which is the weapon you have right now, has an ability where you can just throw it and guarantee that you wound him. Then you will be fighting Fist and Tooth, but a guaranteed wound versus that, it's something you have to weigh.
Alright, I'm gonna... Let's see if I can start removing myself in his blind spot then. So I'm gonna move up 1. And that's, whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You could have just moved right next to him and attacked.
Yeah, keep in mind, he'll probably move before you get to move again.
Yeah,
because also only 2 people can be in his blind spot, and right now Drew and Nick are both eligible to get in his blind spot now.
No, you're right.
Drew can walk into his blind spot, and then I can just fly around him and be there.
That's true.
Drew would have to go over in this tile, because then you can't do it, Nick.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking.
But I can make it there, so.
Then I'll just move. I just will move across then.
Oh, also survivors cannot move through each other voluntarily.
Okay.
So that's something to keep in mind.
Okay.
All right. So I'll attack him. With
So
stone.
you roll. So the Founding Stone has a speed of 2. So you roll 2 die. 2 dice. I can never remember which is the plural and which is the singular.
Okay.
Okay, Leah says.
Okay, that was a bad roll. What does that? Does that count?
Die is 1.
Dice pick them up, hit R.
Yeah, just hover over and just press R a bunch. Highlight them, press R a bunch.
Highlight them both. Oh, that's right. I can figure out how the rolling thing.
Okay, so you missed both.
Oh.
Good job.
Shit.
Because it's Founding has an accuracy of 7, so you're all 7 or higher.
Yeah.
Drew, you don't want to throw your Founder Stone at all, right?
No, I'm gonna get behind him.
And Anthony, I guess you didn't want to throw yours.
No.
All right.
Malcolm, if you're gonna throw your founding stone, could I request that you like move in a position in front of him, but like far enough away that he can't reach you? Because most of his cards, the first one's closest threat facing in range, and if we're all behind him, and you're in front, he'll just move after you, but won't be able to reach you.
That would be nice.
I don't think there's facing in range is these two squares though, right?
No,
These two in
facing in range is this where is it? It's this whole line and forward. Oh no, you wouldn't be in range then if you're far enough away. Okay, never mind. Yeah, never mind. Do whatever you're gonna do. Because you would just be facing. You wouldn't be in range if you get far enough away.
Oh, and I guess the other one would be closest threat and field of view is another one.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't matter because
that'd be
then I wouldn't be
Anthony.
closest threat.
Yeah. So do whatever you're gonna do. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm gonna throw my my founder stone at him.
So by throwing it, you archive it, and whenever we archive the starting gear, it goes up into a chest that says starting gear up at the top of the board, like on the left.
Okay, I see it. Yep.
So you chuck your founding stone at him, guaranteed damage, so that moves an AI. So whenever he's damaged, you take the top card off the AI deck and move it into the wound stack without looking at it. So like every time we damage him, we remove stuff that he can do. So in the hit location is the Strange Hand, which it always is. And so the Strange Hand has a critical wound condition. So the critical wound is you hack off the monster's hand, spend 1 survival to treasure this moment, and gain +1 permanent strength. It's actually a permanent effect moves over. So Malcolm, if you want to, you can spend your 1 survival, but you'll get +1 permanent strength.
Yep, I'll do it.
Right.
What's permanent strength good for?
So
general.
strength is the bottom number on weapons, and that is added to your
Okay.
roll to decide if you wound him or not.
Okay.
But basically, if I had another founder stone, instead of me needing 5 to wound, I'd only need 4
Yeah.
or higher.
So because he's using Fist and Tooth, the only loss that he has is that he has 1 less accuracy. So.
But I do have +1 luck for a critical wound.
Yeah. So Drew, you should move next so you can get to its
Yeah,
blind
so
spot.
I can make it.
As
So
well.
I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll attack.
Yeah, so you roll 2 hit die, and you need to get 6 or higher because you get 1 bonus accuracy for its blind spot.